Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Mental Health. Happy World Mental Health Day. So, thank you all for joining. This is my um, contribution to World Mental Health Day today. My name is Shanti Refuge. I'm a certified mental health coach, mental health advocate, keynote speaker, and author. And I am going to give you some information about how focusing on journaling can help with your mental health. So, as you come in, thank you. I appreciate you. Share this live with your friends and your followers so they can be made aware as well. So, happy World Mental Health Day. Today is such a critical day for us to come together and really shed light on how essential mental health is for each and every one of us. All of us have mental health, and Ayla, how you doing? And every last one of us have mental health, and it's where there's a blurred line between mental health and mental illness. Those two are not the same thing, and that's why today is an important day because we need to be a lot of us need to be educated on the difference, because there was a time when I didn't know there was a difference between the two. So there's two separate things. We all have mental health, no matter who we are, where we come, whatever our background is. We all have mental health. So I wanted to share a little personal history about my mental health background. I had back in 2018, I had a nervous breakdown, and it led me to be diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression. And instead of choosing to follow this traditional route, which is medication, I didn't want that. I turned to talk therapy and to journaling, and that is what helped me to changed my life essentially. My mindset got changed. My life literally got changed. I was at a point back then where I was on the verge of losing it all. When I say it all, I mean losing my freedom, losing my family, losing my home, losing my job. That's where I was back in 2018. So thank you so much for sharing. Um, and since I have had that, hey Sonia, since I have had that experience and I have learned to navigate through it, now here present day, I am, I am now a certified mental health coach, and I help women to release, heal, and live their best lives with guided journaling. A lot of times when we all have stress, we all have some level of anxiety, but medication isn't always the best option. I am not against medication, not at all, whether it's prescribed or herbal, whatever you do, that's your business. My thing is, don't let it be your first go to. Actually, get to the bottom, get to the root of what your issue is. And that's exactly what I did. And by getting to the root of my, yes, because yes, I eat it, I smoke it, all of that, but don't let it be your first option, because those are typically getaways. And when you come down off of that, it your problem is still going to be there. Your problem hasn't been solved. So that's why I encourage journaling. Journaling will help you to get things out of your head that you probably didn't even know was there. I know that was a situation with me. So now I want to talk about the relationship between journaling and mental health, and why it's such a powerful tool, and how you can incorporate journaling into your own routine to support your well being. Always remember that, journaling is a process for you. There's no, hey, LP, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for joining me. It's World Mental Health Day. I had to hop on here. I've been going live every day. I've been doing good so far. I know the last time I went live every single day, I wore my ass out. And so now I have, it was actually draining. And so I've taken a different approach to it now. So I'm good. So I'm here for it now. So, what journaling is more than just writing down your thoughts. It's an intentional practice of self-expression, and it allows you to release emotions, reflect on experiences, and track patterns in your mental health. Yep, yep. I'm on YouTube. I am actually on YouTube right now. I'm on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I'm on all of them. Um, so there are different types of journaling. Whenever we hear, "Hey, honey, how you doing?" Whenever we hear the word journaling, I know people who aren't familiar with it, we say, "Oh, that's keeping a diary." No, it is not keeping a diary. It is not the same thing. Those are completely different things. So the different types of journaling that are out there for your mental health is gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling is strictly just that, writing down what you're grateful for. And over time, you can see, thank you, I appreciate you. That's what I'm working toward. Thank you. um, when you write down things you're grateful for, it can shift your mindset and boost your mood. And one thing I tell my clients is that when you have to have a different journal for your different subjects. So I have one gratitude journal. All I write in it is about gratitude. So I made a commitment to myself back on January 1 of this year. I said I'm going to start keeping a gratitude journal every day. So every day, 3 lines, 3 things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. And it has allowed me to live in the present moment and not reflect on the past or any current ugly stuff that's going on. So I highly recommend a gratitude journal. It will definitely shift your mindset and change your mood, boost your mood. So another type of journaling is emotional release. So this is basically brain dumping, free writing. You open up a journal or open up a notebook and you just start writing anything that comes out of your mind. A lot of us refer to it as brain dumping. So brain dumping is exactly that. A lot of times we have these thoughts in our head and sometimes we're afraid to speak it or don't know how to articulate it. It happens to all of us. We're human. Nobody's perfect in that sense. Even the best speakers, they have to write it down first. So, brain dumping, you're literally just doing that. Whatever comes to your mind, you're just writing. You're not thinking about it. You're not worried about the spelling or the sentence. What you call it? What's that word? The grammatics of it and periods and commas and not no, you're just writing. You don't worry about that because when you're journaling, especially during a brain dump, that is just for you and your eyes only. So nobody should be reading it. And this is a process that you use so you won't be critical about yourself and judgmental because we tend to do that to ourselves too. Another type, and this is my favorite type, and this is the type that I preach about all day, every day, and it is guided journaling. That is my shit. I recommend that to everybody. Guided journal. Guided journaling is you using prompts, specific prompts, to guide you toward self-discovery and healing. Guided journaling, let's say, for example, I don't have a journal here with me. Shame on me. Guided journaling. For example, let's say you are having issues with your self esteem. I have a self esteem guided journal. Every prompt in that journal is about either gratitude or your self esteem, and it helps you to build your self esteem. And that I highly recommend that one. I recommend that one for young ladies, preteen, women, old, young, near and far. Look, we all have our issues or we aren't feeling our best, and using guided prompts helps you to focus on a specific subject and you don't veer off of it because you're focused on that question. So those are the 3 types of journaling. Again, I highly recommend gratitude and guided journaling. Emotional release is cool too, but I prefer that be done in a guided prompt setting. Otherwise, you'll just be writing for days and probably not on subject. So there is a connection between journaling and mental health. One, journaling relieves stress. It actually does. It acts as a form of emotional release. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You making me smile over here. I appreciate it. Journaling acts as a form of our emotional release, and it is. When you write down your thoughts and your feelings, it reduces intensities of emotions, making them more manageable. If you have ever been in a situation where you cannot control your emotions, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. it is very hard when you are in this emotional state. And I'm still at my 9 to 5, so I'm trying to ear hustle and go live at the same time. I hear them talking right now. I got my door closed. So, when we write, we give ourselves space to process our emotions ranging from anger, sadness, frustration, and it can feel overwhelming when it's unaddressed. And if you have ever been in a situation where you are feeling like, I know something is going on, but I don't know what it is, and I can't explain it, I can't articulate it, that's when you get in your journal and you start writing. Or, if you feel comfortable talking to someone who you trust who is going to help you, then yes, but I recommend writing it out, journaling. Um, Journaling improves your self awareness. So if you journal regularly, you could start to notice patterns in your behavior and your thoughts, your emotions, and it allows you to understand yourself better. There was a time when I didn't know who the fuck I was. I thought I knew, but then when I went through this process and started my healing process and journaling, when I went back to look at my old entries, I was like, who the hell is this person? I promise y'all, my handwriting was different. The way I wrote was different. My train of thought was different back then. When I went back, I could see my growth. I could see the change. And it was great. It was like, damn, who is this person? I don't even know that person anymore. And you can have that same feeling. You are never too old, never too whatever, to, start all over, start from the beginning. I was in my 40s when I had my nervous breakdown. And I thought back then, okay, this is who I am. You're gonna take it or leave it. And if you leave it, forget y'all, blah, blah, blah. And I have done I think I've done a 360 times 10,000 since I started my healing journey. Um, and journaling also helps with anxiety and depression, the very thing that, I was going through. Thank you. It when you're writing about, your anxiety and your depression, we are essentially writing about our fears, our worries, or negative thoughts. And it helps us externalize and confront them and giving you a sense of control. We all have something that, that we, are afraid of or we're worried about. And almost all the time, it's things that we can't control. But what you can control is your actions. You can control your behavior and you can change it. So, for those battling with anxiety and depression, it's a safe way to release the constant flood of negative thoughts. We all have negative thoughts. Shit, I had one earlier today. But, I have learned that when you have that negative thought, you catch it right then and there. You don't amen that negative thought because, our thoughts lie to us. Very much so, our thoughts lie to us. And you can't believe everything you think. So when you're having a negative thought, you write that negative thought down. And then you analyze that thought. Like, is this really true? Or am I just my mind playing tricks on me? And 9 times out of 10 it is. It's not true. Journaling also helps you to boost your mood. It's about, when you're journaling about positive experiences or daily moments of joy, that reinforces that positive thinking and it leads to a pattern over time. So, your positivity is this much when your negativity is that much. And that's a good ratio to have. And it all starts when you go through journaling. So the simple act of writing, something like, what made you smile today? Write down what made you smile today. And it could have been something, somebody sent you a good morning text or somebody, complimented you. It could be anything. And when you write about that, you get to go back and reflect, oh, yeah, this person said this to me, or, this happened today and it made me smile. So it's changing your mood, it's boosting your mood. And it helps you to focus more on a positive than a negative because we're all going to have negative instances. We're all going to have issues. We're all, no matter what stage of life you're in, but, there's a way that you can control it and maintain it. And that is with journaling. Journaling also, it can encourage goal setting and reflection. I used to always fly by the seat of my pants. I never planned for anything. I just, YOLO, went out and did it. And if it didn't work, oh well, oh well, oh well. And I just kept going. But I learned through journaling that, writing down your goals and reflecting on your progress, it keeps you accountable and it keeps you motivated. So journaling has all types of, benefits that connects back to your mental health. So in my guided journals, I always encourage people to set small, achievable goals and then come back and reflect on what worked and what did not. So when someone comes to me and say, "Oh, I have this goal to do this, and it's this big," we chop it down to this. And we focus on this. When we accomplish that, then we move on to this, and then to this, and to this. And essentially, in the end, that goal that they had like this, they have achieved it because we chopped it down into smaller goals. And that's what journaling can do for you. So now I want to touch on how you can start a journaling practice for mental health. First of all, start small. Start very small, as small as you can. You don't need to write every day. Some people think, oh, I have to just get in this thing every day. I don't have time to do that, blah, blah, blah. No, you do not have to journal every day. It doesn't have to be a novel. It could be a one-word entry, a one-line entry. That's you journaling. I always say start with at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes, a few sentences, or even bullet points. We make bullet points all the time when we're making a grocery list. That's journaling. So think of that in the same way when you're journaling. Start small. You set realistic expectations. Again, not every day. Do what is best for you. I always tell people you make time for what you want to do. So if you want to improve your mental health with guided journaling or journaling, make time for it. Set 5 minutes. Go hide in a restaurant from your kids. Close the door. Go and sit in your car. When you pull up from going to work or whatever, sit in your car extra 5 minutes and journal. Go hide in the closet. Do something to where you are isolated and you can make those journal entries. Again, this is for your mental health. Um, just a few minutes and a few lines. Sometimes it's all you need to release what's on your mind. If you go to bed, some of us, a lot of us, especially, in our 40s and up, we have trouble going to bed at night. Why? Because we have a lot of shit on our brain. My suggestion, instead of taking melatonin, get you a journal, write whatever's on your mind, write it. You're releasing it from your mind. Write it down. Watch how much better you sleep. Try it. If you don't believe me, try it. Another way to start a journaling practice is to use prompts. I'm big on prompts. That's what I call guided journaling. Those are prompts. If you don't know where to start, guided journaling is the best way to focus on your thoughts. I know when I first started my journaling practice and I would open up this blank notebook, I'm like, what am I supposed to write? I don't know what I'm writing. And that's when I got introduced to guided journaling. Answer some prompts, depending, on the topic you want to talk about. So one prompt I love is, what are three things that I could do today that will bring me joy? That's easy. What are three things that you could do today to bring you joy? That helps you focus on the present and the future. Another tip is to be honest. Journaling is for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not for anyone else's eyes. It's not for anybody. It's for you. And if you go into this practice not being honest, you are not going to be successful at all. So you have to be honest. Don't hold back. You write about what's really on your mind, no matter how messy, how ugly, or how disorganized it is. Just be honest. Your journal is a judgment-free zone. And this is your space for you to be vulnerable. Practice consistency. Like any habit that we do, when we, go and learn how to do something, we have to do it repetitively, consistently in order to get it down pat. You probably won't get it right the first time, and that's fine, but be consistent. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get. And try to journal regularly. When I say regularly, I don't mean every day. I mean at least 2 or 3 times a week, maybe once a week, or whenever you feel like it, just be consistent. You might start off doing it every Monday, and then you say, okay, Monday's not good. Let me go to Wednesdays. Okay, I don't like Wednesdays. Let me just do it every Sunday. That's fine, as long as you're consistent with what you're doing. I have a lot of people that give me the excuse, I tend to forget. I forget to journal. I know you got one of these. And I know it has reminders on here. I know it has alarms on here. You could set the same thing for you to start journaling. No excuse. You have no excuse. So that's how you are consistent, even if you miss a few days. Just like I was talking about my gratitude journal that I write every day, 3 things I'm grateful for. One day I missed 4 days in a row. Guess what? When I realized that, I went back and caught up. So, it's okay. You just pick the pen up and start back when you're ready. Consistency is key, but flexibility is equally important because as much as we would love to have our lives on a schedule, I know it's easy for us to make a schedule for our kids or our spouses, but when it comes to our own, we might drop the ball a little bit. So, be flexible. Don't have a schedule written in stone because when it comes to journaling, because if you do and it doesn't work out, you're going to tend to want to quit. And that is not the point of it. You have to, be consistent and give yourself grace and don't lie in it. Another way is to reflect on your entries. You could go back and read what you wrote every now and then, and it will help you to see how far you've come. And I always use the example of someone who's losing weight. Like if you're on a diet and you're trying to lose weight, and everybody tells you, hey, you look like you done lost a little weight. You're looking good. I see you. But you don't see it when you look in the mirror. So when you're journaling, this is the same thing. You're writing, and you don't feel like you're making progress. So you get to a point where let me go back and read what I wrote previously. Like I said earlier, in reference to me, I went back, I journaled for 30 days. I went back and looked at my first entry. My handwriting had changed. The way I wrote changed. The words I used changed. All of that changed. So that's a way for you to reflect and see your progress. So how guided journaling has helped me. It helped me work through my emotions because there was a time when I prided myself on being a robot. When I say a robot, you wouldn't see no emotion out of me. It was straight faced all the time, whether I was happy, sad, angry, but you couldn't, I didn't want anyone to be able to read me for whatever reason, I don't know. But I started to, let my emotions come through. And now, hell, I cry more than I would like to admit. I used to would never cry. And I thought, back then, now that I'm thinking about it, I thought that I wasn't supposed to cry because I never saw my mama cry. So, okay, well, she ain't crying. I guess adults not supposed to cry. Bullshit. Yes, cry. Crying is cleansing and it is a release. Do it. Let your kids see you cry. Crying is not a sign of weakness. That means you are cleansing. And you don't have to have a reason. Hey, boo, hey. You don't have to have a reason to cry. Let it out. And journaling helped me to realize that, cry. Shit, you need to cry. Um, I have also been able to, with the journal prompts, I've been able to get the structure I needed. I'm a person who needs to be guided. I don't do just guided journaling. I do meditation, yoga, all of it. And guess what? It is guided as well. I need someone to tell me what to do in yoga. I need someone to tell me how to meditate in meditation. Breath work, same thing. I need someone to tell me how to, do the breath work. And there's nothing wrong with that. There will be a time when it comes to where I won't need guidance. But right now, give me the guidance. I am not ashamed to say, hey, show me how to do this. Tell me what to do. And after a while, it just becomes, natural and you won't need someone. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. More times I'm not there because, when I'm meditating, my thoughts run away and I can't get focused. That's why I need a guide. Nothing wrong with it. Same thing with journaling. I need a guide. Hey, how you doing? Thank you all for joining. The ones who are just coming in, I am Shanti Refuge. I'm a certified mental health coach, mental health advocate, keynote speaker, and author. And we're talking about how journaling can help you with your mental health because it's World Mental Health Day. So I've worked with countless clients who use journaling as a tool to heal. If you are my client, you're definitely going to be journaling. That's a non-negotiable. You're going to journal. You're going to have homework, and journaling is your homework. And a lot of people In the beginning they would have pushback like, I don't want to do that. Well, you can't work with me. I only teach what I know. If I don't know it, I can't teach it. And if you aren't willing to let me teach you, then why are you giving me your money? You know? So one woman I had, she felt like she couldn't move forward after trauma, but I showed her how journaling could help her with that. And she started, after a while, it wasn't immediate, she started to see that she had more strength than she realized. And that's an issue with a lot of us. Sometimes we think, well, I can't go on, I can't do this, I can't, you know, how am I going to recover after this? All things are possible. All things are possible. You just got to put your mind to it and have faith in yourself. So I challenge you all to start a journaling practice. Just take 5 minutes to write about how you're feeling on today, being that it's World Mental Health Day. This is a perfect day to start. I do have guided journals in case, you aren't where you can just open up a journal or notebook and say, hey, I'm feeling this way. And that's perfectly okay. I do have guided journals. I have topics ranging from self-esteem, self-awareness, self-love, relationship breakups, unpacking emotional baggage. You name it, I have it. And if I don't have it, I will make it for you. All you have to do is open your mouth and ask. I do have one guided journal in particular that I love to tell my clients to get, which is the gratitude journal. It's called Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And there's another one called Free Yourself. And it has journal prompts in there for you to let go of whatever the hell it is you're holding on to. Because your body will tell you sooner or later. You might think you're not holding on to something, but your body will tell you sooner or later that you are holding on to something. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? So if you're ready to dive deeper, you go to ShantiRefugeJournals.com, pick out a guided journal. Um, if you're not sure which one you want to get, please don't buy one. Come and ask me first. My DMs are open. My email is open. Hey, Shanti, I'm looking at your catalog. I don't know which one I need. I will help you choose the one that's right for you. I don't want you just buying something and then when you get it, you looking at it and it's looking back at you because you never used it because you're intimidated by it. I don't want that. Always come to me. Always ask me. Hell, I made them, so who can answer it better than me? um, if you have any journaling experiences, you want to share, please put them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you are on your healing journey or your mental health journey, what struggles do you have? And have you ever tried journaling before? I would love to know that. I'd love to help you with that. Hell yeah, the body keeps the score. Because, oh my God, LP, I found out some news that I wasn't even ready for. A week ago, I asked God to reveal some things to me. I said, reveal what I need to know. And, He did. And it had my shoulders, my neck, and everything locked up like this, literally. And I was in pain and could not move. But, had to work through that. And I had to remember, get it out. Because initially, when I heard the news, I was in freeze mode because I could not freaking believe it. And I wish I could share what it was, but it involves too many people, so I can't. Not right now. But I will probably in the future. But yeah, it took me for a loop. It's like I took a nosedive. Hey, Key. Yep, journaling does help a lot. Yes. She says it got her out of all of her hardest times and depression. Yeah, it works. It actually works. And people are surprised that how something simple as writing makes you feel better, makes you feel like a whole weight has been lifted off of you. It does. And that's why that's the number one tool I use in my coaching practice. Speaking of, we started Falling for My Damn Self 3 weeks ago. We're on week 3, so we have 2 more weeks to go. I'm excited about it, and we had our coaching session last night, and one of my clients did not do their homework. Thank you, I appreciate you. I got in her ass because homework is a requirement. And I don't let that be an excuse that I didn't have time. I sent out, this is a on your own type thing, but we come together once a week and talk about, what this week we're talking about boundaries, love boundaries. And that's one of the hardest things that people set. Like they're scared to set boundaries because they're people pleasing. So I'm in their ass this week about boundaries because I used to be there, a people pleaser. And homework, you know, all of the prompts has been about thank you. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Has been about, setting boundaries. Why aren't you setting boundaries? Why this? Why that? How would it feel to set boundaries? All of those are journal prompts. And you'd be amazed at how it would help you if you just answered some journal prompts or got it in your journal and started journaling. But I could talk to you all day about that. It's up to you to try it for yourself. It can't hurt. That's one of the most least expensive ways to take care of your mental health is by journaling. And I know I made a post yesterday about having a coach or a mentor or a therapist who doesn't tell you to journal, fire they asses ASAP because they should be telling you to journal. And I said it yesterday, I'm saying it today, and I will keep saying it forever. If your, person who is helping you with your mental health isn't telling you to journal, can them. You work for them. No, I'm sorry. They work for you, not the other way around. So fire. Or if you love them that much, ask them why haven't they ever asked you to journal? Journaling, therapy and healing and all of that stuff, it goes outside of your sessions. Journaling is something you do on your own time because your person, whoever you're working with, can't be with you forever. So you have to have some type of tools to help you to, carry on. So that's all I have for my rant today. I just remember on World Mental Health Day today, every day and every day thereafter, yesterday and years before and years ahead. You deserve peace. You deserve healing. You deserve joy. And journaling is one step toward achieving that. So, y'all have a happy World Mental Health Day. Take care of your mental health. And if you would like to connect with me, I am on everything. I am on YouTube. I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, something else. Whatever it is, find me. I'm Shanti Refuge Journals on all platforms. You can't miss me. Follow me, subscribe, and let's heal together. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Thank you for joining. Bye. Bye, y'all. See you later. Bye, y'all.